And let's hold on. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor. Come on now, everybody. Changing my ways, I'm changing my ways. It's new road I'm on. Gotta hold on, gotta hold on. Changing my ways, I'm changing my ways. It's new road I'm on. Gotta hold on, gotta hold on. One more time, changing my ways. I'm changing my ways. It's new road I'm on. Gotta hold on, gotta hold on. Gotta hold, 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 gotta hold on. Thank y'all so much. That's my Georgia coming out. Thank y'all. Hello, friends. Welcome to First Unity Spiritual Campus. This is where we honor and celebrate you. You're not tolerated here. You're celebrated. That's good news. It's good news. Listen, I'm going to ask you to do something that we don't normally do. I'm going to ask you to turn to somebody and look them right in the eye. And look at them and tell them, say, oh my God, you are amazing. You are powerful. You are so talented. You're so intelligent. You're smart. You're gorgeous. I think I love you. I think I like you. Now high five 2 or 3 people. Tell them you're glad to see them here today. Yes. Well, I want to say thank you so much. Those of you who are joining us online, we want to say thank you for being here, being in this space. If you don't mind, those who are online, if you'll just type in where you're watching from, our local group here is going to welcome you now, our live streamers around the world. Let me remind us all that at 8:30 on Sundays, we have our first service, our devotional service. At 11 o'clock, you're a part of our celebration service right now. That on Wednesday nights, we have our meditation, and that's at 6 p.m. And just want you to know that those are opportunities. Also, for those of you who are early risers, at 6:30 a.m., somebody say, oh. At 6:30 a.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we have our virtual morning meditations. Now, if you don't see that meditation at 6:30 a.m., you can always find it. You can always go and find it later. It's in the archives. Some people say, well, I don't watch it at 6:30, but I watch it at 2:30 in the afternoon. That's fine, too, because meditation is the best medication we've ever found, but it's available to you and just want to let you know that. If you have not already, please silence your phones. Also, let me point toward the screens at some skills that we're looking for right now. If you happen to have skills that you're interested in helping with here at the campus, we need folks that help with marketing, social media, legal stuff, accounting, financiers, or those who are in banking, fundraising, handyman, greeting and ushering, gardening and groundskeeping, other things that bring you joy that you may think brings joy to this campus. We ask you to consider that. You can sign up to get more information about that at one of the tables out in the lobby. You can talk to Ronnie or you can talk to Rebecca Joy. They're more than happy to get you signed up to be a part of that. Also, if you have not become a member of First Unity Spiritual Campus, now is the time to consider doing that. We have our annual meeting that's coming up at the end of February, and one of the things that it affords you as being a member is it affords you the ability to vote, because there are some things that are serious sometimes, or some things regarding financial situations that are large amounts that we want to bring to our congregation so that you can feel like that you're a part of this place. We don't just ask you to give financially and give of your time and your talent without giving you space to feel like your voice is heard here, okay? So sign up if you have not become a member. If you're not sure, just make sure you reach out to one of our staff members and see if they can look up your name, and we'll locate that and let you know, okay? If you're with us for the first time in this meeting right now and you feel comfortable doing so, just slip your hand up. One of our spiritual support team would love to bring you a gift. And let's welcome them. Come on, everybody. All right, all right. Fred, put your hand up. I saw you. I called you out. I saw you with your hand up. All right, all right. I think I covered everything I'm supposed to cover, so maybe I'm a good boy. No, hold on a second. We have our oneness and social justice a group that's beginning to form here. And so I'm going to ask if Walter and Carolyn, I'm going to ask if you will to come. They're going to be leading this group, and they have something that they'd like to share with you. And they're going to need, you may want to bring whatever your notes are with you, because on the screen it's a little jumbled. Or maybe it's there now. But I'm going to ask Carolyn and Walter if they would have come, and Reverend Aileen is going to guide you up. They want to share with you just the heart around this oneness and justice group that is getting formed here at First Unity Spiritual Campus. God bless you all. Welcome.
So when was the last time that you were in conversation with a group or someone where someone makes a verbal slur maybe a joke, or a statement that is intended to marginalize a person or a group of people. You listen, and you don't know what to do.
So you are silent and uncomfortable.
Hi, everyone. I'm Carolyn Lane.
And I'm Walter Lindauer. Sorry. It's okay.
This is a little awkward. We are hoping to entice others to join us in building a team of members to explore ways that we, as a faith-based community, can advocate for a more just and equal society.
For now, we will call ourselves the Oneness and Social Justice Team. The name reflects our belief in the oneness of humanity and suggests that we owe it to our fellow human beings to be active allies to all who experience marginalization.
Our tentative plan is threefold. We will educate ourselves on the issues, both historic and current. We will become actively engaged with community organizations that promote equality and equity for all. And this would include joining forces with other faith-based communities who are on this mission. And finally, we will develop our skills in having those difficult conversations with people who have different perspectives.
Having laid out these plans, everything about what we are proposing is up for negotiation. The process is not set in stone, and it will be the team that decides how we move forward.
Our first introductory meeting is being held this Tuesday night, January 16th at 7 p.m. in room 301. Come and learn more about the vision, become a part of a team to stand together with all folks who are marginalized.
We will be in the lobby outside after service. Stop by and we'll talk.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. One of the things that we want to do is be actively involved, not in focusing on the things that tend to be buzzwords or an approach for any political group. What we want to do is we want to speak to this from our consciousness. We want to speak to this from our belief in the oneness with all of humanity. We want to lift up and never tear down. And that's a part of the work of First Unity Spiritual Campus, because we are a radically inclusive spiritual community that is intentionally doing what we can to shift the world away from hate and toward love, toward compassion, toward kindness, toward peace, because those are the highest vibrations you can vibrate at. That's who we are. So thank you for being willing to kick this off. Now we're going to let you know what's going on around the campus through our announcement video.
Happy Sunday, First Unity family. Carrie Bell Scott here, and this is your campus news. Our artist of the month is Alara Lavelle. Please support her artistry, which is displayed in our lobby hallway. Every Wednesday, we have a noon meditation and 6 p.m. evening meditation with Reiki available. Join us here in the sanctuary for both. Heart-opening yoga and cacao is Tuesday, January 16th at 6 p.m. under the purple tent. The book study group of the book In Service to Love by Darlene Green will be held in room 300 at 6 p.m. every other Thursday until March 7th. The next session is scheduled for January 25th. On the first and third Friday of each month, we will host a Sacred City Kirtan here in the sanctuary at 7 p.m. Join us on January 19th for an uplifting experience. If you are called to be part of the change you'd like to see in the world, join our Oneness and Social Justice team. The first meeting will be Tuesday, January 16th in room 301 at 7 p.m. The Rainbow Coalition will hold a potluck meetup next Sunday after the 11 a.m. service in Friendship Hall. A couple of tables will be reserved for the group so they can sit together. Please bring a dish to share. Bring your instruments and join Emmanuel for the Wolf Full Moon Drum Circle and Sound Bath Meditation on Thursday, January 25th at 7 p.m. under the purple tent. Looking to raise your vibration? Join Reverend Alara Lavelle for Shamanic Awakening Reiki and Sound Healing Level 1 certification on Saturday, January 27th from 1 to 6 p.m. in room 301. Online pre-registration is required. Here's a quick video from Alara regarding the class.
Good morning. I wanted to share with you about my class that I'm teaching on the 27th called Shamanic Awakening, Reiki, and Sound Healing. It is not just Reiki. A lot of people are saying, I've taken Reiki already. The main focus of this class is on the shamanic techniques and the sound healing. They are ancient techniques for centering, balancing, and protection. Some of them are techniques that I've learned over the many years that I've been teaching Reiki and other shamanic techniques. And some of them I've channeled recently. I've also channeled 2 new symbols that I attune you with. And I will attune you to your drum with the Reiki symbols, which is really powerful and makes a huge difference in the way the client feels. If you have any questions or you'd like to know some more about it, I offer a free consultation on the phone or on a video call. And I'm also available after services if you'd like to talk. Blessings.
A Super Bowl chili cook-off will be held in Friendship Hall on Sunday, February 11th, starting at 6 p.m. There will be a chili competition and football square game. Be sure to stop by the box office to choose your squares. Join Alexandra Geiger to develop and sharpen your compassionate communication skills. This is a 4-week series beginning Tuesday, February 13th, and every Tuesday until March 5th in room 301 at 6:30 p.m. Please register online or at the box office. Just a reminder, our volunteer drive is going on during the month of January. If you have skills in the following areas and would like to serve, please visit the volunteer table in the lobby. Just a reminder that next Sunday, the 21st, will be Potluck Sunday. Please bring a dish to share with the community. Our membership drive is in full swing. If you would like to become a member and receive the benefits, please visit firstunity.org. As you can see, there's a lot going around on campus. Be sure to visit firstunity.org to stay up to date. I love you guys. Have a great week.
So blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful. I am so blessed. You are so blessed. You are so blessed. You are so grateful for all that you have. You are so blessed. You are so blessed. You are so grateful. You are so blessed. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. We are so grateful for all that we have. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. We are so grateful. We are so blessed. Everybody join in. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. We are so grateful for all that we have. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. We are
going to stay in this beautiful vibration of gratitude. And so when we are grateful, we count our blessings. So I'll invite you all now, in your own way, maybe to close your eyes or bring them to a soft gaze, and make yourself comfortable here for the next few minutes that we collectively connect in our sacred centering meditative time. Just in this moment, give blessings to your body. Maybe noticing the breath. Maybe it's the first time today that you've paid attention. And just noticing the feel of your body temple, this body that allows you to express here in this present moment. Maybe noticing the feel of your spine as it connects to the back of the chair. Maybe now beginning to lengthen your exhale breath so that you can release and sigh out, letting go of your known tensions that you carry in your body. Just allowing yourself to relax and to release here, knowing that as your guide today, that I am monitoring the environment, the surroundings, so that you can be safe, you can feel safe, and truly relax and let go. Maybe now you're noticing that your exhale breath is getting longer and that you're able to follow the length of the spine, the breath as you now send it down your thighs, your calves. And noticing that all you have to do is exhale. The inhale breath takes care of itself. And maybe paying attention in this moment to how you hold on. Maybe noticing if you're gripping your fingers. Maybe you're holding tension still in your shoulders. Truly allow yourself to release, to relax here, and to let go. This is who you really are. The state of peace, the state of relaxation, coming out of the tension of the outside world as you now go deeper inside yourself. Maybe now on your next inhale breath, you're able to draw it all the way up from your toes, the soles of your feet, all the way up your spine to the top of your head as you connect to your spiritual source, whatever you label this. And as you exhale, sending this energy, this love, this light into every cell of your body temple. Keep on going here, using the breath to fill up, to expand. Hold at the top, maybe notice the turnaround, and as you exhale, release and let go. Maybe letting go of any resentments, anything that you may have brought with you emotionally into this space in this moment. And now noticing and observing in your own body, maybe you are now becoming the witness. Maybe you're now noticing that you are not your body, you are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions. Noticing this energy that is now freely flowing through you as you. And this is where you can now stay in your heart space, connect in your third eye or your spiritual eye. where you can now sit in your seat of consciousness, wherever you perceive this. Maybe allowing your heart to open up, to expand as you send the Shakti, the love, that never-ending flowing energy that is moving now through you. And maybe there is a thought or someone that is coming up in your awareness. Maybe someone who needs your love or someone you love. So holding whatever this is, as you now breathe in and out through your heart space, maybe affirming the following: loving kindness, meditative breath and breathing. Silently maybe saying this: may you be free from suffering. May you be at peace. May you be happy. Continue sending this energy, these affirmations out, maybe back to you yourself, or maybe out into the world. Connecting to your breath as you silently affirm: may you be free from suffering. May you be at peace. May you be happy. Maybe sending it out to someone who challenges you, or maybe something that you're perceiving as a challenge. One more time, quietly affirming this in your own words, your own way. Now noticing the lightness, the gratitude that you're feeling in your heart, as you now slowly to bring your awareness back to your breath, lengthening your inhale breath, your exhale breath, keeping your eyes closed as you draw your hands, your palms, maybe connecting, grounding back into your body. If you'd like to bring your palms together and push your fingers together, this activates all of the 7 chakras. Really just connecting and grounding here, maybe bringing your thumb to your heart space. And as we close our time here together, I'm going to invoke the ancient Sanskrit. Loka samasta Sukhino bhavantu, which means may all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may all the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to the well-being of all people and to all sentient beings. And so it is. As you slowly open up your eyes, bringing your awareness back to this room.
space, the wide open expanse of all that's possible. These are the voyages of those who have chosen courage, bravery, confidence, hope, faith, and love over fear, dogma, separation, and exclusion. We've chosen to go where so few have gone before. We've decided to go through that open door in 24.
It makes me feel like I'm at Universal Studios. It's sort of like waiting, for something to pop out or for clank, 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 like, good morning. How y'all doing? How's your mom and them doing? All right. We decided to go through the open door in 24. Before we go any further, everybody smile at me. Aren't you lovely? Think about the power and the beauty of a smile. How often do you? How often do you see smiles in public? Or on the news? Or at church? Some folks look like they have a tummy ache every week. Smiling. It's a powerful way to lift not just your face, but your vibration. And your vibration is what counts. So as we go through this new and open space, this open door in 24, how are we going? What are we going to take with us? Because some folks are still carrying baggage. They're like, I'm going through the door, but will my baggage fit through the door? That's one of the reasons I think the universe wanted us to have a small door. So that you'd have to go through sideways and not take any baggage with you. Because a lot of us have made transitions in our life. We've had experiences. We've had epiphanies. But it's like something happens and there's still a trigger. How many still get triggered by certain things? You still do. And it's okay to admit it because all of us have something that sometimes maybe triggers. My attempt here at First Unity Spiritual Campus, and our attempt is not really to get rid of the triggers as much as to unload the gun so you stop shooting yourself. Because we're human beings, having this human experience. And all of us have had so much information jammed into our unconscious minds. And in the unconscious or subconscious, as it's referred to by some, it absolutely informs the conscious mind. And it's one of the reasons we respond in weird ways. Sometimes we don't even realize it. How many of you can think for a moment of a situation in the last, I was going to say last week, but let's cover the holidays. In the last 30 days, where you responded and you caught yourself in the middle of the response going, what? Who even is that? How many of you have done that? Here's the good news. If you did that, it means you're waking up fully. Because you used to not even do that. You used to just follow it all the way through. My friends, if you're catching yourself in those moments, don't judge yourself. It'll make you stay longer. Just chuckle at yourself. Embrace the self that was doing whatever the self was doing. The one that you don't recognize, the one that's become a stranger. Just embrace with love and remind yourself, oh man, I must be waking up here. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been aware that I was in the midst of that. Isn't that good news? I don't know about you, but it's good news for me. So I want to talk a little bit today about what we're taking into this open door. And this is a phrase we use around here a lot. Here, you're not tolerated. You're celebrated. I'm going to ask us to really think on that today. Here, you're not tolerated. You are celebrated, and I want us to take a look at what both of those words mean. Because as we go through this door, I want us to ask ourselves a question. what is it or who is it that has been tolerating us but not celebrating us? And am I willing to take that company with me through this open door? Am I ready to drop off obligatory relationships? Am I ready to let go of those environments where I've just been tolerated? So I looked up the word. Of course I did. But before we do that, I'm going to ask us into an affirmation. Somebody said the other day, he said, you remind me of Reverend Ike. You always have us saying stuff. I've already told you that my means to the madness on that, my reason for that is because the greatest voice of influence in your life is your own. John can say some stuff and you'll get a little goosebump, but it doesn't move beyond the skin level into the soul level until you begin to declare it over your life. That's that. John can't live your life for you. John's not going to be able to make that shift. That shift happens in your car. You're the one that shifts the gears. You're the one that's in charge of how you're going to live your life. In fact, I'm not even here to tell you how to live. I'm just here with suggestions for things that are working for me. I don't have answers. I have responses, but answers are too solid. I'm not an expert. I looked it up. An expert is a has-been drip anyway. So I don't know that I want to be an expert. You know what I mean? Yeah. I heard a doctor the other day. A doctor said this. He said a PhD is just a proper human diet. So what is it that you're eating for your body and eating for your soul? And then you'll all have a PhD if you start living with a proper human diet. Now, here we go. Affirmation. I ask you to declare this boldly. Today, I see the door. And I notice that it's open for me. I am walking through the door. My source has opened for me. I'm walking through the door with bravery, courage, confidence, and strength, rejoicing in my heart as I discover the beauty, the grace, the abundance, and possibilities that await me beyond this open door. Now, can you allow yourself to really get into the excitement of the possibilities? Because if you can't get into the excitement and the enthusiasm around the possibilities, they never become probabilities and they don't formulate into anything in material substance. See, enthusiasm, the word enthusiasm is from the word entheos, which means to be in God. So as you're enthusiastic, you are in the God space of being. And how many know the word that we've used for the source of the universe? God is the source of all creation. And when God says it, it what? Happens because it already is. When you're living in that space yourself, when you speak, what happens? Whatever you've called into existence. This is why it's important for you to be careful what you follow the words I am with. The people who say that's just semantics. I say it's systems. Use the ones that work, not the ones that don't. It's not just semantics, it's system. And the system I've chosen, for instance, in my life, if I'm not feeling well, if I'm feeling, people used to say under the weather. I've just decided not to let the weather determine what happens to me, although I did wear a coat today. In fact, am I mistaken, or did Florida not get the memo that we live in Florida? I don't say I am sick. I refuse to say it. I don't say I am sick. I don't say that I am in need of money. I don't say that I am mad or I am sad. People will say that, do you get that picky? Yes, and it's changed my life. I don't say I'm sick. I will say my body is facing a health challenge at this time, but I am well. 2 people. I love it. That's fantastic. That's all I need. It's just you and me, baby. You know what I'm saying? All right. And people again will say that's semantics. That's fine. Continue to live out the life you're living. And if it's working for you, baby, work it. But it wasn't working for me. I don't say I can't afford anything. I'm about to get in somebody's living room on this one. Stop saying you can't afford it because you put that vibration in motion. Don't say you can't afford it. If you, at worst case, say it may not be wise to purchase that at this time. But stop saying you can't afford it, because my God owns a cattle on 1,000 hills according to the scripture. My God shall supply all of my needs according to God's riches in the glorified space. I have everything that I need. It's being supplied. It's on its way. I may need to wait for it to hit my bank account, but it's on its way. I can't afford anything that's been put in my path that belongs to me. So the economy of the world should never determine the economy of your well-being or the economy of your life. You get to determine. Stop being a thermometer. Just hanging out going, decide what temperature you want it to be. That's frigid. Be a thermostat. Change the environment. You're a change agent. You don't have to wait for something else to decide how you're going to be. How you show up is how you decide to show up. And how you decide to show up is based on your discipline, based on your practice. Practice makes practical. Well, so as we move through the door set before us, I'm asking us to choose to be where we're celebrated, not where we're tolerated. Now, I looked up the word. Of course I did. I looked up all of those words. Because I believe that you can't change the people you're around, but you can change the people you're around. You know, you're not in charge of fixing according to what standard, yours? No, you're not in charge of fixing anybody else, but you can change the crowd you're walking with. Sometimes you just gotta go. Look, this is really corny here, but y'all just go with me. I heard somebody the other day, they opened up a meditation with namaste, and they closed the meditation with now must go. See, sometimes, that's so corny. That's so corny. See, but you laughed. That's all I got to say. Sometimes you need to be able to adopt that now I must go. I'm not interested in staying in that vibrational frequency. I'm not interested in dulling my vibrational energy so that somebody else feels comfortable, and I'm not going to let them turn down my light. I just won't do it. So you can't change the people you're around, but you can change the people you're around. You know, psychologists say you become the sum total of the 5 people you hang around with the most. It's because you're lending them your ear. Be careful when you lend your ear, because they may not repay the loan. So I looked up the word tolerated. You know what it means? Being allowed to exist. Thanks. I mean, can you imagine being married to somebody and you say, I love you, baby, and she or he says, I'll allow you to exist. I mean, just imagine that relationship. How powerful is that? Boy, the fruit born from that will be fantastic. Another meaning is to be endured. All of you just thought of somebody. Somebody. It may have been one of your children. You just thought it may have been your spouse. But someone to be endured or something to be endured. Toleration is an act of obligation, not celebration. Toleration is an act of obligation, not celebration. And obligatory relationships and obligatory spaces will toxify your life, and it will drag the soul out of you, my friends. So stop living. Stop tolerating some of the things you've been tolerating. So, juxtapose the word celebrated means this: to be honored, to be praised, to be admired. Can I add? not because you need to, but because it's okay to be honored, praised, and admired. Don't need celebration, but stop being codependent on toleration. Because some people have stayed in these relationships with folks far too long because in some way you feel obliged. Now, I know I run a chance of people saying, now, Jon Scott, you said you were radically inclusive. Where does your inclusion come in here? Draw a big circle that allows, but push them to the edge of the circle, because you don't have to have them in the inner circle. You can still love and respect their humanity, but be mindful of who you're lending your ear to and who you're allowing to install information, really inflammation, into your life. Now, in life, I realize there are times to also tolerate. I'm aware of that. So I want to talk about this from balance, okay? Because I know that there are times in life we go through that. If nothing else, many of us go through those toleration stages to help to teach us. So I know that that's a possibility. Even Jesus, the Master, said in Matthew 5:25 to his disciple Matthew, agree quickly with your adversary while you're on the way with him or her. So there may be times that you face adversarial situations that it's just in your best interest to agree with them quickly and keep on moving. Try that on social media. For the love of God, try it on social media. I have a question for you. Have you really ever changed anyone's mind by sharing your wonderful wisdom about your political view on social media? Has it ever happened one time? I want to stand wrong here today. I would love to say, I'm sorry, forgive me, I'm full of... So I would love to do that today. But seriously, can you bring forward a time when you change somebody's life because of an exchange on social media? Is it possible? Is it probable? Here's the point I'm trying to make. Make sure that make sure that you are not giving away your energy to an argument that's not going to lead to progress just because you feel like you're right and you need to be the winner. The universe is not giving out special pens for people who win arguments. Because can you imagine that? You know, it's like when you get to heaven, you know, and you go before St. Peter and you've got a list. Where's my special pen for that one? And St. Peter's looking at you. What do you mean, where's your special pen? You're lucky you survived. With all the hell you were living in, I'm surprised you're here. So I know there's a time, okay? I know there's a time. In fact, I was reminded of a time. But I want to put a little bit of a spin. Somebody say spin. See, I, unlike CNN and Fox, will tell you when spin's coming. They just let you get in the tornado. I'll tell you when I want to put a spin on something. How many of you have ever heard the term turn the other cheek? You ever heard it? Some people are like, I will. Not the spin I'm going to give today. I want you to think about this. Turn the other cheek sounds like doormat until you pay attention to the teaching style of Jesus, Yeshua ben Joseph, who is called in English Jesus. Until you look at the style and the cadence of Jesus' teachings, you'll think that he's saying, oh yeah, just sacrifice the other one too. Here's the way I'd like to look at it, and I'm inviting you into this. Jesus didn't appear to me in a golden fleece diaper, shining and glittering in the middle of the night and tell me this. So this is just my personal interpretation. Here's the way what I think's being said. When it means turn the other cheek, it's when you face a situation that has abused you, verbally especially, socially, that's tried to keep you from being your true, authentic self? I believe Jesus is saying, turn to the other side of your nature. Because you're human and divine. And if you answer back that lower vibration with lower vibration, nothing changes. So when they smite the cheek of the human, turn to them your God nature. And let God answer. Because you have both in you. This is those moments when one of my favorite prayers ever prayed, help! You know, the humility to say help. I need to tap into something deeper because right now, I want to lay hands on them suddenly, Jesus. All right. Because, look, I have a wee bit of Scottish and Irish in me. And every once in a while, somebody will say a little something, and I can feel it. I can feel it. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. And you know, it starts to crawl up. You know what I'm saying? And it gets about knee level, and I'm like, oh, boy, here it comes. Oh, man, and I know all the words. You know what I mean? I know all of them well. And then it crawls up to about, these days it only gets to about hip level, and I go, oh, nope, 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 nope. Turn to your other nature, because I've learned to tune in to a source of wisdom, to a source of knowledge, a source of inspiration that's higher than these human forms of arguments and disagreements and these racism and all of the schisms and the sexism and all of the isms that we live with in the world. There's a higher vibration. And from that place, you can see what's real instead of the fog of the illusion that lives so powerfully and dense in this human experience. Hey. Shamo. All right. Now, let go of the relationships that are just tolerating you. And move into the relationships that celebrate you. And I wrote this down, the way I talk. See, this may be one of the reasons I've not written a book yet. Because I look at a book, I read a book and I go, oh man, I don't talk like that. You know what I'm saying? So I would write things like dude and dudettes. And I would probably write it like this right here. Maybe not everyone will dig you. And that's okay. Go where you're celebrated anyway. Don't invest your time and your energy into people and into spaces who don't get you, who can't celebrate you, who don't understand and aren't at least trying to understand you. Release the ones who receive you with a lukewarm heart. Release the ones that receive you with a lukewarm heart, my friend. The ones who cannot mirror the fullness of life back to you. Move to another mirror. Go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. If those currently around you the most can't see the real value that is you, then it's time for a new start. And it's time for you to start collecting around yourself new company. It's time for you to attract what it is that you really want. Too many of us are hanging around in places and relationships and jobs where we're not being valued. If you hang around a place, I'm convinced, if you hang around a place that cannot value you, who cannot treat you with the dignity that you deserve and treat you with celebration, it will suck the life out of your soul. And this is why so many people, by the time they get the retirement, they're just tired. Because we bought into a system that makes us believe that you work really hard. Here we go. Now, John, you know, I can hear that lady in South Georgia right now. Now, John, you know, that if you don't work, you don't eat. And not everybody was meant to be wealthy, John. How many of you bought that? Boy, it got quiet. Not everybody was meant to be wealthy, John. What? So who was? And why is it that everybody else gets to choose? Or who's choosing? Everyone in this room was meant to live in abundance, free from care, free from poverty, free from sickness, free from illness. Everyone in this room was meant to be healthy, wealthy, and wise. Everyone in this room was meant to live your best life. And it starts now when you let go of those false beliefs and that low vibrational frequency that's starving your soul of your best life. Let it go. It's killing you. I know. Then you run the risk of people going, yep, there's one of them prosperity preachers. Well, what do you want? Inspiration or perspiration? There's plenty of churches that'll tell you what a meatball you are. There's plenty of churches that'll tell you what a dirtbag you are. There's a bunch of them all. Go find one. If it makes you feel better to eat dirt on Sundays, go for it. I call it fast food, and I say that it's caused the obesity of humanity in our souls for a long time, eating trash. Well, so as you go through this open door, set a new intention to free yourself from whatever is keeping you in obligatory relationships and friendships, because they're not friends if they can't celebrate you. They're acquaintances, and some vampires. Give yourself permission today to go through that exit door from that space, but that entrance door to your next level. Leave the spaces where you're not allowed to be your authentic self. This is why this is a haven for people who have been pushed aside and marginalized. And I know with that comes trauma. I know with that comes a space of time for healing. But what you're not going to experience... Everyone that stands up in front of people and beats people is committing spiritual and religious malpractice. It's evil, it's abusive, and they should be silenced today because it's wrong to harm people. As a minister, I have a sworn oath to do my best to do no one harm. And no, I'm not saying take their First Amendment right. I'm just saying they should not be using their platform to beat the hell out of people. It's wrong. And you won't get that here. And if that was required, Jon Scott would not be here. I'd find a beach or a street corner or somebody's house in a backyard to preach from. Today, give yourself freedom. Set that intention. Choose a different vibe, and you will attract a different tribe. I think, Bill, this is a possibility what it means in the Bible when it talks about what hath light to do with darkness. I don't believe it's talking about going around and casting demons out of your Black Sabbath record. Millennials, I'm not talking to you. Okay. I was going to say Marilyn Manson, but millennials, I'm not talking to you right now. That's not what it's talking. It's not talking about this spiritual warfare where you stand in the dark and you cast out the darkness hoping that the light will come on, because then there's just going to be this voice that says there's a switch. Turn it on. That's the height of spiritual warfare. If you're trying to get rid of darkness or you're trying to get more light into your life, just flip the switch. Look at somebody and say, flip the switch. Sam Henn said this: some people are brick and some people are scaffolding. Know the difference. They're not bad or evil people. It just means they come for a season and a reason, and when the season is over, release them. How many of you ever been a part of constructing a house? You ever built your own house? Anybody? You ever watched one being built? You ever seen one in your neighborhood being built? You got your eyes open? Because it's happening here all the time, right? If you just look right up and down these roads. It is poor business when the brickwork is done to continue paying the mason who did the brickwork when you need to be paying the ones who are doing the interior work. That's the point of this saying. Know when it's time to say goodbye to the masons in your life. I'm not talking about the organization. The ones who work with bricks. When the drywall is done, don't keep paying the contractors that do the drywall. Move along to the painting crew. If you pay all of them for the space that they take up as a part of the journey of building your life, if you pay them infinitum, you're going to be in so much debt, you won't even be able to enjoy the house. People come into your life, some are brick people. They help you with the bricking up of the building. There are others who come into your life, and they come in with the scaffolding. Some people come in with the paintbrushes. Some people come into your life to be a thorn in your flesh. Sandpaper friends, you've heard me. I thought that edge was gone a long time ago. No, it's still there. That leads me to a story, because a lot of things do. Abraham Lincoln was asked one time, "Hey, Abe, why do you keep that guy in your cabinet? Every time you bring forth new legislation, he disagrees. Every time. You could breathe wrong and he'll disagree. Why do you keep him in your cabinet?" And Abe Lincoln did what Abe Lincoln had a tendency to do. He told a story. He said, well, there was this time. I was walking down a dirt road, and I saw an old farmer on that road that I knew from back when, and he was plowing a field with an old decrepit horse. I walked over to say hello to him, and I noticed this horsefly kept flying around the horse's head, landing on an ear and stinging it. Kept flying around, and I noticed it on the flank. So I went to knock it off, and the old farmer said, "Don't you do that, Abe. If it wasn't for that horsefly, this horse wouldn't move an inch." That was his answer to the question, why didn't you rid? Sometimes the horseflies in your life are there to help the old horse move an inch. So you're going to have those times. You know, it's the irritation that sometimes causes that actually causes the pearl to come into existence. It's that irritation. So I understand that, and so welcome it, but don't let it stay and overstay its welcome. This is not meanness. When you say this is not working for me, this relationship doesn't work, that is not meanness or unkindness. It is a high level of discernment. And I'm discerning that there are just some folks who don't vibe with me. I love them at the distance necessary. That's okay. So I'm inviting us to start living our life aware that positive and powerful energy has been stored up in the cosmic escrow account, and it's ready to be drawn out. If I'll release myself from the baggage that's keeping me from pushing the right buttons. If you're holding on to these obligatory baggage relationships, you don't even have the ability to hit the buttons on the ATM to make your withdrawal. Let that stuff go, freeing yourself into what's more important. Now, it leads me to this. If we stay in that vibe, it will affect our vibration. Beautiful friend of mine, I call him a brother from another mother. Alkis reminded me of some studies that I'd read a few years ago. had been a long time since I'd looked into anything around David Hawkins. And I bring this really to bring conclusion to toleration versus celebration, because your vibration will determine your vibe, your frequency. It will determine how you live your life and the affect and the infect you have on the world around you. So I wanted to share a few things about Dr. David Hawkins. Dr. David Hawkins did some energy mapping work years ago, a lot of it, in fact, with millions of people. So he wasn't just a hack. This was science. And he looked into mapping people's energy. And he noticed this about people, that the scale goes from 20, which is shame, all the way to 1,000, which is enlightenment. And he said to everything below 200, which is courage, on the scale operating, those people are operating from a negative emotion, such as guilt, which is 30, apathy, which is 50, fear, which is 100, anger, which is 150. The higher emotional energies include acceptance at 350, love at 500, joy at 540, and peace at 600. This is what happened during his studies when he would present these options to people through rigorous study with millions of people. And he was talking about vibration. So if you're operating in shame, it's 20. And I've mentioned to you before that shame is a game that you'll never win. It's a sham. It doesn't belong in your life, not in the least. Even if there's a sense of guilt about something that maybe you didn't do right, notice that guilt knocks on the door and guilt says, hey, you should make amends. Shame wants to move into your guest bedroom and eat all of the ice cream in the freezer and never replace it. That's what shame does. It wants to take up residence in your being. So release the shame. So I wanted to share this with you because this is where we're headed. Listen, 780 years ago, there was a prophecy that was given. And that prophecy that was given was that there would arise what they called then the church of love. It's what they called way back then the church of love. I looked up 7, 8, and 0. 7 means completion or divine perfection. 8 means transformation and new beginnings. And 0 means you're on the right path and or energy is neutral. You decide how to use it. 780 years ago, these people gave forth this powerful, very in-depth prophecy. Do you know what they described? Us. When I looked at the description, in fact, Reverend Aileen looked at it first and brought it to me, and she said, you should probably see this. She had visual of this 30 years ago. And she said, I had to bring this to you because this is what we're building. 780 years later, we are building a church that is founded, built, driven on what? Love, which is a high vibration. When you move into love, love takes you into joy. In fact, love does this, my friends. Love, coming down here. Love, Jess, can I have your hand? Sure. I ask you to stand up. Love takes you by the hand and says, I have something to introduce you to. And it brings you over here. And love introduces you to joy. Joy and love together lock arms. And joy and love together say, I'd like to introduce you to peace. And now you have the trinity of high vibration. And as you live in love, as you live in joy, Deb's got a big smile on her face. This woman smiles through the pain. So as you live on love and joy and peace, you begin to vibrate at a high level. When you start to vibrate at that level, you start to move toward enlightenment. Now, enlightenment is not some aha moment where all of a sudden you join the right religion. Enlightenment's not probably going to announce when it's appeared because your ego would get in the way. Enlightenment is just going to happen through the consistent study of love, joy, and peace. When you study and you discipline yourself to live in love, joy, and peace, this trinity of high vibration starts to show up in every part of your life. It begins to anoint your head to your toes. It begins to be that cup. My cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy is following me all of the days of my life, and I dwell in the house of the universal law forever, ongoing, aeon, eon upon eon upon eon. Thank you, love. I love you, by the way. And I think you're awesome. Actually, you could have been joy and peace as well, because you do all of those. So what am I saying? What does this have to do with this? Folks, celebration is the essence of joy. Do you hear that? If you're still just being tolerated, you don't get to experience the vibrational frequency of joy. And you deserve it. John, we've heard this so many times from you. I know. Isn't that awesome? Look, psychologists say you have to hear something 35 times before you'll remember it. We're not there yet. So, operate in love, joy, and peace. And you move yourself into, listen, if you do that, if that becomes your core value in life, man, if you operate from that as your core value, nothing can keep you from your good. Nothing can keep you from your God-ordained purpose. Nothing can stand in the way of your health, wealth, and well-being. If you operate and you discipline yourself in love, joy, and peace, you raise your vibration. Okay, I got happy, so I forgot about this. Hold on. All right. Go back to the page, John. Back to the page. Okay. It's about to get gooder in here. I know I've gone long today. I'm almost done. Somebody say, thank you, Jesus. All right. Hawkins found that the higher up this map, on his map, a person goes, the bigger and more profound the ripple effects throughout the world they will have. And here's what Dr. Hawkins and how he breaks it down. He says, one person living and vibrating to the energy of optimism and willingness to be non-judgmental of others, which is a 310, will counterbalance the negative of 90,000 people who calibrate at the lower weakening levels. That's good. It's getting better. Hang tight. Dr. Hawkins said one person living and vibrating in the energy of pure love and reverence for all of life, which is 500, will counterbalance the negativity of 750,000 people who calibrate at a lower weakening level. He went on to say that one person living and vibrating to the energy of illumination, bliss, and infinite peace, which is 600, will counterbalance the negativity of 10 million people who calibrate on a lower level. He didn't stop there. One person living and vibrating to the energy of grace, pure spirit beyond body, in a world of non-duality or complete oneness, is calibrated at 700 to 1,000. They will counterbalance the negativity of 70 million people who calibrate at a lower weakening level. So all I need to absolutely shift this planet on its axis is just maybe 10 people. Could I get 10 people, not to write a $400,000 check, but 10 people that will calibrate from 700 to 1,000, that will choose to walk away from toleration into celebration, that will choose a life of love and peace and a life of joy. I just need about 10 people. 10 people that are willing to set your life in alignment with that truth, that are willing to set yourself free from toleration and move into celebration. I just need about 10 people who are willing to stand up and say, I'll be a lover, I'll be a peace giver, I'll be a peace agent. I decide to be a person of joy. I just need 10 people. God dog it. Now, all of you that stood up, I'm counting on you. I am counting on you when the election doesn't go your way. I'm counting on you when your next door neighbor cusses you out because your dog in their yard. I'm counting on you when your husband bugs the absolute hell out of you. I am counting on you when you turn the radio on and you don't like the song and you woke up on the wrong side of the bed or in the wrong bed and you have... I'm counting on you when you run into somebody out in the lobby and they don't look at you the way you think they should have looked at you and you're ready to go to another church because of it. I'm counting on you to raise your vibration where people cannot offend you anymore, where people cannot harm your spirit anymore. Man. Okay, John, chill out. Go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. Don't go into places that beat you down. You deserve better. So no more lukewarm relationships. You are an awesome human being, and the people who are blessed and lucky enough to know you and be in your life should be able to celebrate you. Look for conversations that are punctuated by, me too, or I love that, or you're the best. You deserve that. Look for the relationships that vibe, love, joy, and peace. And here's our closing affirmation. I'll invite you into it. The right opportunities are aligning for me now. The right people are on their way now. My path is made clear in front of me right now. I am not afraid. I will not be afraid. I will live where I'm celebrated. I decide to celebrate me right here, right now. Love is who I am. Gratitude is my attitude. Abundance is my nature. Well-being is my birthright. So it is. So it is. Reverend Aileen.
So it looks like with just how many of us here, we are already impacting millions and millions of positive change around this world. And our mission here at First Unity is to get this message of love out into the world. We want to touch billions of people. And so we ask you now in this moment to let go of fears about money, about anxiety, and to know that wherever we put our focus, that is where the energy goes. And so now I'll invite the ushers, the greeters to come forward as we get ready to receive our offering today. So we just ask you now, as you're beginning to prepare your offering, that we have 5 different ways that we give here at First Unity. We have text to give at 833-691-6105. Second way is we have our First Unity app. You follow the yellow heart. It will guide you with the prompts. The third way is we have our auto giving program, which you can set up, and you can set that up on an auto renewal so that you can go wherever it is that you need to go and not worry about your payment coming in here. Our fourth way is mail to First Unity Spiritual Campus. And finally, we have a QR code, which is up here. You can take out your phone, snap a picture. It's also on the offering plates as they go around, so if you need to get a picture of that code. So thank you, ushers, for being here to receive the offering. And I'm going to invite us all now to stand with power and confidence in our belief of abundance. So maybe placing your hand over your heart, or as you're energetically following the energy of where the focus of your abundance is going, back here to this wonderful community that we call First Unity. The abundance of God is my infinite source. I now open my mind and my heart to give and receive all God's good, all God's prosperity, all God's abundance. As God as my source, all things are possible, and so it is.
Wanna be there, wanna see it for myself. So many years been chasing thoughts around my head, like Baba would say, we're just walking each other home. Gotta hold on, changing my ways, this new road I'm on. Gotta hold on. Gotta hold on. Here we go, hold on. Hold. 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 I'm changing my ways. Gotta hold on.
Hallelujah. Make sure you check the table, okay, for your sacred service and sign up for something to help this community to continue to grow, all right? And then come join us for lunch. We got a great spread today. Come on and stand to your feet with us, and let's sing our closing song. By this, we shall know what true love is. Showing the world our unity. Showing the world our unity. Love is who I am. Gratitude is my attitude. Abundance is my nature. And well-being is my birthright. Go to somebody that you don't know, give them a hug and tell them you